Would you risk your job to confront a lie no one believes? He accused the caregiver of theft and marched HR into her kitchen. Neighbors whispered, even her landlord wondered if the rumors were true. A silent nursery camera caught everything, but not the baby you're imagining. Stay with me until the very end, and don't forget to tap like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. Because what follows puts power on trial. Mara Ellison is a night shift caregiver in a downtown loft, hired to watch Tessa Kincaid after surgery. The loft's unused nursery holds storage and a forgotten baby monitor camera still plugged in. At 2 a.m., Grant Kincaid, Tessa's husband and tech CEO, accuses Mara of stealing oxycodone. He calls building security while Tessa sleeps, groggy, confused. Grant escorts security through drawers and cabinets like a tour guide of suspicion. Bottles rattling, closet doors flung open, he narrates a disappearance that feels rehearsed. Mara stays composed, offers to be searched, and asks for a proper inventory. Security shrugs, citing policy. Tessa wakes, fogged by pain meds, half convinced by Grant's certainty and Mara's silence. Barely. By morning, HR from Grant's company arrives, on a Sunday. They're not her employer, but Grant weaponized them anyway, hinting corporate liability. He shows a pill bottle label and an empty lockbox. He presses, pills, missing, and motive. Mara's contract is terminated on the spot by the agency via phone, pending investigation. Her access fob deactivates mid-sentence. Grant emails the building listserv warning residents about a caregiver incident, never naming Mara but linking timestamps. Tessa's sister, Alina Cross, texts, "Fix this quietly." Alina worries headlines will spook board members. The agency freezes Mara's last paycheck. In whispers and sideways glances, the loft towers learn a neat story: caregiver, pills, denial, and dismissal. Quietly contained. Mara packs her tote under the watch of 2 guards. She asks for a copy of the incident report. Grant smiles, says it will be forwarded. In the hallway, the unused nursery door stands slightly ajar, blue LED winking. The apartment intercom beeps. And then, the elevator doors close on the only witness left awake. Waiting. At her studio, Mara calls me, Davis, because she knows I document cases where truth hides in technology. We pull the public lease. The unit includes pre-wired monitors. Baby monitor Wi-Fi credentials were never reset after previous tenants. If one camera still streams, it might have recorded the search. We just need lawful access, tenant consent, Tessa's. Mara drafts a concise, non-accusatory message to Tessa, requesting consent to retrieve video from any in-unit cameras to protect both parties. Hours pass. Then Tessa replies, "I didn't know any camera was on. If it proves what happened, yes." She texts a photo of the nursery monitor brand. Consent given, timestamped. We get to work. Legally. I spin up a clean laptop, isolated from Mara's network, and query the monitor's default address space. One signal answers, labeled Skyline Nursery. The login screams neglect, admin/admin. We pull cached clips, rolling buffer, motion triggered. The thumbnails show boxes, a moonlit crib, and folded blankets. Then, at 1:54 a.m., movement, 3 figures. We click. The video opens on Grant leading security into the nursery. He pockets something from his blazer, kneels by a diaper pail, and pretends to recoil. He yells for the guard, lifts a sandwich bag of pills with 2 fingers like tongs. He frames it near the crib, then hides the bag under the bassinet skirt. My breath stops. In the next clip, Grant guides the search to the nursery like a magician steering eyes to the wrong hand. When Mara arrives, the guard finds the bag exactly where Grant planted it. On video, Grant's shoulders relax almost imperceptibly. He announces he's calling HR, a performance landing on schedule. The monitor records everything, audio faint but telling. Irrefutable. We preserve the files, hash them, and draft an affidavit. Tessa invites us back. In her living room, pale but clear-eyed, she watches her husband stage the discovery. She covers her mouth, tears hardening into anger. Alina arrives mid-clip, freezes, and then whispers. The very rule he used against her now condemns him. The room breathes differently. Tessa secures the apartment's original router and another eyewitness, the building's night concierge, Miles Ortega. He recalls Grant signing out a spare 5 minutes before security arrived. Logs verify it. We collect system times, align them with the camera's drift, and build a timeline. Grant's alibi, "I found them while helping," collapses under synchronized seconds. Irrefutable. Alina, corporate attorney, drafts a preservation letter to the building, agency, and Grant's company, no deletions, no edits. We image the nursery camera's SD card with Tessa's consent. The directory shows overwritten loops and the golden hour intact. I extract stills, Grant's gloved hand, the bag's translucent seal, the bassinet skirt lifting. Shadows match timestamps. Undeniable. Grant senses heat. He sends Tessa a soft apology by text, stress, misunderstanding, and offers private settlement terms if she drops any claims. He CCs Selena, trying to make it professional. He also forwards Mara a condescending good faith check for half her lost wages, optional NDA attached. The implication is clear: by silence before truth coheres. We file a police report with digital evidence, witness statements, and chain of custody. The detective, Sloan Mercer, is clinical: motive, method, opportunity. Why would Grant frame a caregiver? Tessa answers without flinching: oxycodone audit coming at his company. He feared the optics of our meds inventory and wanted a scapegoat external to corporate processes. Publicly. Building Security Chief, Eitan Voss, reviews his team's conduct. The guard who found the bag admits Grant directed the search order, violating protocol. Agency HR reverses Mara's termination to administrative leave, pending findings. The concierge's log of the spare fob tightens the window. The story, once streamlined, starts to fray where Grant never thought anyone would look. In a discovery conference, Alina compels network logs from Grant's home office VPN. IT reveals an access at 1:18 a.m. when Grant claimed to be asleep. The recorded mouse trail shows a folder titled Audit Prep, containing a draft memo about minimizing opioid diversion risk. But one detail was always there, buried in plain sight, timestamps contradicting his story. Grant appears with counsel for an in-person interview. Detective Mercer plays the nursery clips. Grant's jaw tenses. He claims context. We ask what context requires pocketing a bag before it's found. He pivots to outrage, accusing us of privacy invasion. Tessa's consent shuts that door. Voices rise. Mercer ends it, a formal statement or arrest. Now. We itemize the chain: spare fob checkout, staged placement, guided discovery, HR theater, listserv rumor, each link verified. Laboratory analysis confirms the pills are acetaminophen tablets dyed blue, not oxycodone. The bag's exterior bears Grant's fingerprint and trace detergent from his blazer pocket. The agency withdraws termination with apology and issues back pay plus damages. Formally, Mercer secures a warrant. Officers arrive at Grant's office. They seize devices and the blazer. HR Sunday visit is traced to Grant's calendar, invites labeled reputation containment. And then, every voice falls silent as the truth hits the table: booking photo, charges, evidence tampering, false reporting, and attempted fraud. His board convenes an emergency session without him. In court, Tessa reads a statement: "Mara was hired to care for me, not to carry our shame." The judge admits the monitor footage. Defense protests chain issues. Overruled. Metadata holds. Grant pleads no contest to reduced counts to spare a trial. Sentencing includes probation, fines, community service, and a public apology to Mara, read into record. Mara reopens her file at the agency with commendation. Clients who ghosted send messages of regret. Tessa files for separation, moves to a smaller place where the silence feels like choice. Alina spearheads a new policy at Grant's former company: no employee-initiated searches without neutral oversight. At the concierge desk, Miles slides back the spare fob. Months later, fresh paint seals the nursery, erasing the shadowed swath. The camera rests boxed on a shelf, tagged, "Evidence returned." Lesson: power relies on choreography, order, timing, confidence, until someone rewinds. Cameras don't make truth, they preserve it. If you believe stories like this deserve to be heard, subscribe to this channel and never miss the next case where truth prevails.